How do you feel about living in a cashless society? No more paper money, no more coins. Are we headed in that direction? And what big news did we get over the weekend telling us that a $250 billion bank is essentially eliminating cash for all of its customers? Are we headed towards Cbdc? Are we headed towards pure digital currency? And what does it mean for the value of the silver and gold that you hold right now? Let's dig in and find out. A bank with more than $250 billion in total assets says it will soon terminate cash transactions in all of its branches. The Australia-based Macquarie Bank says it will launch a plan to eliminate all cash, check, and phone payment services in January, shifting to a digital operation by the end of 2024. Is this the first step towards pure digital money? If you're looking to buy gold, silver, or platinum, do yourself a favor and check out Pimbex, the online precious metals bullion dealer and sponsor of Ron's Basement. I was a happy customer before they offered to support the channel. You'll find they have the best prices, quality, and service. I think Pimbex is best, and you will too. And be sure to tell them that you're from Ron's Basement. No more cash anywhere in the world? Yes, this is an Australian bank, but Australia is a developed, essentially Western economy, and that's a big, big bank. $250 billion in assets, completely eliminating cash. Let's dig in a little further and see what else they are doing. But doesn't it feel like we could be moving towards a Cbdc digital money world? And we are going to talk about what that means for your friends silver and gold when we pull this all together at the end. Next, here's what we hear from the bank. Quote, between January of 2024 and November of 2024, they're not even going to go all the way through December, we will be phasing out our cash and check services across the Macquarie banking and wealth management products, including pension and super accounts. Whatever a super account is, we are also switching off our automated telephone banking service used to make payments over the phone. Not only are they getting rid of cash, but they don't want you to use your telephone for banking anymore either. This means from November 2024, we will no longer offer cash or check services. Instead, you'll be able to make payments digitally. Digital payments. We'll leave it at that. A safer, quicker, and more convenient way for you to bank. Doesn't that sound like they're saying a safer, quicker, and more easy for us to monitor, easy for your government to monitor way to bank? Does it feel like we're moving towards a pure digital Cbdc world? And that's the big fear, right? Social credit scoring like they do over in China, that eventually we have everything digital, and through artificial intelligence and other technological quote-unquote advancements, the powers that be will be able to monitor everything you do. And is that what this Australian bank, are they moving us one step closer in that direction? Macquarie customers who currently deposit and withdraw cash at affiliate National Australia Bank branches will also lose that option in November. Sorry, you can't deposit cash in the bank anymore. Are you kidding me? Wow. Guys, remember, this is a $250 billion bank. Once the changes are rolled out, anyone who banks with Macquarie and wants to withdraw cash will be relegated to the bank's ATMs, which allow customers to withdraw a maximum of $2,000 per day. So they will allow their customers to take out a little cash. I mean, just in case they need it to maybe buy something, or maybe they prefer to use cash as opposed to digital credit and everything else. This is crazy. Quote, from the bank. Customers can continue to withdraw cash from their transaction account only via ATMs across Australia and overseas. However, cash deposits and branch withdrawals will no longer be available. Does that blow your mind if your bank said to you suddenly, sorry, you can't deposit cash at the bank anymore. You can't go to your bank branch and tell them you want $3,000 to withdraw for cash. You've heard these stories about people going into big banks in the United States even and requesting to withdraw $4,000, $5,000, $8,000 and basically being interrogated by the teller like, well, what are you using this for? What are you doing? Are we moving towards a digital CBDC world where everything will be monitored? Although ANZ, which is a big Australian bank, and Commonwealth Bank have also revealed plans to eliminate cash options at a select number of branches, Macquarie Bank is the first to roll out the changes across the board. A recent report from Australia's central bank found fewer people are using cash for payments. Oh, sure, I'm sure that's what they found, but concluded that the option is still important for some people. I'll put my hand up. It's still very important to me. I don't like using credit cards. I prefer to use cash. A survey from the central bank found cash was used in 27% of in-person transactions in 2021 compared to 23% in 2020. What does this mean for the future of money? What does this mean for the future of the silver price and the gold price?
First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects.
Well, for the future of money, guys, I hate to break it to you, but this is what's happening. What this Macquarie Australian Bank is doing, again, a $250 billion bank, be prepared. It wouldn't surprise me if in the next 2 to 3 years, maybe the next year, we get similar announcements from major banks in the United States. Right? You can no longer deposit cash. You can no longer go to our bank branch and take cash out. We'll give you a little cash from the ATM, but we're basically going cashless. That's the situation. I don't like it. It scares me. But the next step from there will be a full-blown central bank digital currency. We know 98% of the world's central banks right now are already working on CBDCs. Be prepared. What I hope we see and what people are working on, including the World Gold Council, is that we get a gold-backed digital currency that's real, that's regulated, and available across the board to give people like you and me an option outside of the fiat unicorn fart dust we used to call paper, but now we'll just call it digital banking system where people can store their wealth in real metals. A silver-backed digital currency, a gold-backed digital currency that's reputable, audited, regulated. You know that at any time you can take or show up and convert your digital currency into real silver or gold. What does it do for the price of silver and gold? You might be asking that as well. The value of an ounce of silver that you might be holding in your little hands right now, the value of an ounce of gold or platinum. I think this big shift towards digital will most likely be very, very good for the value and price, however you want to measure it, of precious metals. The silver price, gold price, and platinum price will do very well as the world wakes up and realizes, hey, they're forcing us to use all these digital products. I have no privacy, and the value can be diluted with the press of a keystroke. Remember one thing about silver and gold. There's only so much of it on the planet. It's been valuable for thousands of years. It can't be replicated or recreated with a stroke of a pen or the push of a button on a keyboard. Silver and gold will likely become even more attractive as one of the last bastions of financial privacy as the world is forced into a digital money environment, whether that be CBDCs or other forms of digital currency. And again, like I talked about earlier, that option for a digital, fully backed, audited, regulated gold and silver backed currency could also be very bullish factors when it comes to demand for physical metals. They aren't going to hopefully come out and say you can't hold physical metals. As long as we can hold those metals and what you have right now, you might just be sitting in the catbird seat as all of this unfolds. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Please go watch a live stream, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon.